turtles live to be 8,000 years old.
Why are they fucking at 70?
Why?
Because do they actually? That's a good question. Do they have a cutoff?
No.
Is there like a
there are
fertility?
turtles that are straight, that are really like hundreds of years old.
Oh,
right?
I know how old they get, but I'm talking about fertility.
turtles.
Like, you know, when do they?
Steady. It takes them their whole life just to nut once.
I don't know. I think. I mean, if
I've
you
never thought
imagine,
about it.
Maybe it was a young
compare it
turtle.
to
I guess
art.
all turtles look old.
Well, turtle babies get fucked up. I don't know
They
if you've
do.
seen Planet Earth or not.
Oh, I have.
Turtle babies get. I mean, like
Don't
one
they-
out of
they-
1,000 survives.
Yeah, I was gonna say they just spray out a billion of them.
So maybe that's maybe they
talking about
can.
sea turtles.
Sea turtles, yeah,
Specifically.
you're right.
That's like that journey from the beach
to the ocean,
the
where they
ocean.
get like picked apart.
Yeah,
by
it's interesting
things.
to think about how like we care so much. This is a little dark, but about like infant deaths are like such a big deal to us, but in other species, it's like
They're planning
only
for
about
it.
half of them survive, or like turtles, 1 in 1,000.
It used to be
only-
that way, though. It used to be like
We're like
in
the only fucking
the ancient
animal.
pilgrim days where they'd have like you know a litter of kids on the prairie, and one of them would either get stolen by the Indians or
It's much more of a blessing. That's why people were just trying to fucking have some kids.
Yeah.
That's why your family has 9 billion people in
Yeah,
it.
it used to be like
operating under the same principles.
it used to be so economic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
You got a business, now you got to have people to run
You got
the business.
land, yeah. You got land. You got to be mending. You got as many kids.
Even my parents grew up in families like that where they like started working in the family business once they were old enough.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Kids are the OG slaves.
That's true.
Yeah.
Humans, well, I mean, we eat slaves ourselves.
Speaking of baby turtles getting eaten by things, I'm just gonna go right into the movie. It was weird.
Oh.
There was a weird vibe this entire movie.
Well,
that's a fucking understatement.
yeah.
yeah, it was very.
I didn't know what to expect from this movie.
I
I
didn't
won't get
either.
into it now because we can still bullshit, but like it's just that turtle scene, or talking about the turtles.
I don't remember turtles.
No, I'm not saying. I'm confusing this. That us talking about turtles had a lot to do with this movie. I don't know why.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
that
Yeah, I mean, the whole-
same weird.
The whole universe is
Predatory
on a turtle's
vibe.
back.
Yeah.
Turtles all the way down. Right? Is that the same?
Wait, what? Did you just say
It is. It's actually the whole universe is on a stack of turtles' backs. It's
Turtles all the way down.
turtles
Right?
all the way down forever and ever.
Yeah.
It's why is that intelligent? Turtles all the way down.
You've never heard that?
No, I've never heard that.
Turtles forever.
Turtles for.
That's real. That's not a bit that I'm doing.
I know, but it
No,
just
that's-
doesn't sound.
Stephen King and also some philosophy like
Why turtles? It could be.
I think it was honestly. If I'm
Is it because of the slow moving?
if I'm guessing, it's like it was like a legend in some like Native American culture.
yeah.
Something very ancient myth that's based on.
Yeah.
Oh, check the phone.
It's that head of the movie.
This is the Hair Club for Movies,
Hard nurse.
movie club podcast where we pick a movie and talk about it. My name is Michael,
I'm Andrew.
My name's Drew.
and this week we watched Fantastic Planet.
Yeah.
Captain Planet.
I did watch Captain Planet, and then I realized I watched the wrong movie, and then I watched Fantastic
Oh, that's why it
Planet.
didn't make any sense to you.
That's why you're talking about freaking turtles.
Yeah. I think Captain Planet had to nurse a turtle with using the power of love, the love ring.
So,
Power of love.
so if you don't know about the movie, it's a French and Czech film it's animated from 1973, directed by Rene Laloux, and it was based on a novel by Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf.
Ah.
Yeah, bet you didn't know that.
The song
didn't know
Magic
any of that.
Carpet Ride is actually about that book.
Magic Carpet.
Steppenwolf.
Like I said before, this movie was fucking weird as shit.
I didn't know what to expect going in at all. This
Yeah.
is one when I told my girlfriend initially that I was going to do a movie club podcast, she said, you should watch Fantastic Planet.
Uh-huh.
So it only took me like 40-some episodes to listen to her.
Is your girlfriend a huge stoner? because that's the only.
I think we've all had those periods in our lives. But we get through it.
The thing is, like, this movie, I feel like, is one of those movies in the list, like, of Donnie Darko movies where this is only to be watched when you're in a basement 16 years old.
I don't know.
I felt like I got a lot out of it.
Yeah.
Did you?
Watching it last night, it was good.
I didn't know, man.
I watched it this morning, and let's say I didn't smoke weed. Let's say I didn't. Let's say
hypothetically.
Hypothetically, I didn't, because I don't need that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I tried to watch it with an open mind, like going into. I knew it was on some shit.
I still watched it with an open mind,
but tried to go into it and try to, objectively watch it and try to actually take something, because that's what this is about. So I went in and could you even begin to give a synopsis of this shit?
Yeah, I think I could. I took notes.
Yeah, I took lots of notes.
I forgot a lot about the names except Oms.
That's why
Oms and
drags.
Drags.
So, let's start at the beginning. This is about a planet. I don't remember the names of the planets, but it's ruled by the Drags, who are gigantic, big blue people. And they have encountered little humans, like our species, and they brought them to their home planet. They call them Ohms.
Much like the mantra.
Oh, wait, they brought them to the home planet? I thought they were just on...
No, they brought them there.
Okay.
But however long ago, the Ohms have been here for a long time. Ohms is based on the French word for human, which is like hama.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And an Om is like an a mantra for like a Buddhist or I don't know what probably. That's interesting that they're both the same word, and it's kind of just like energy, whatever the fuck.
It's a very adorable word
Life.
for a human.
Yeah.
It's like a name of a Teletubby.
Yeah.
The Ohms are treated much like we treat animals that, some are kept as pets.
So like hamsters.
The opening scene is like little drag kids messing with a little Ohm mother and killing her on accident.
Yeah.
What was the opening scene?
The baby is...
the mom and baby just running.
Oh, right,
and
right,
going
right.
up and down.
And then you only see hands at first, which is... and then the baby becomes the main character, who's named Terror. Terror, because he's a
Earth person.
Yeah. Also, I think they said
Terror.
Because of the main character wanted to name it after themselves, right?
Or wanted to name it because he was like a terror in the ring or something like that. Okay. Because he was vicious, like he bit her once, and he's got some attitude.
I thought like terror, like as in Terra.
That's what
I think that's part of it too.
I think it's just like
whatever.
Yeah.
It's French.
There's a lot of meaning. Every single thing has meaning in this movie, which means nothing means anything, almost, too.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like Pink Floyd.
I kind of followed you.
Like Pink Floyd. When so much thought is put into every little tiny detail that there's no way you can decode all of it, that's surrealism, first of all. And that's what this movie is.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, this movie is definitely
so. Terror is raised domestically and begins to learn based on the headphones that his owner uses to like give her lessons.
The headphones.
Yeah, that is the
future
future
of
Walkman.
It was just a future Walkman.
Yeah, the future Walkman. And he escapes and steals the future Walkman. Finds wild Ohms, and they begin a revolution. You see the plight where they're like consistently like. There's scheduled exterminations where they de-ohm places and kill a whole lot of them. Eventually, the Ohms discover a rocket ship graveyard, and they're able to build tiny rockets. And they fly to another planet where they eat to the Drags' reproduction.
Of course. They fuck with statues.
Yeah. And
damn it. That was secret.
That was real. But
they're pretty sweet, kind of like Gundam Wing.
Yeah, but the statues were so brittle, they're able to, even being so tiny, they're able to throw a wrench in in their works, and they come to a peaceful agreement.
He said luckily we stumbled upon their only weakness. As soon as we got into the dildo rocket, we could laser beam these statues.
Yeah.
Luckily. The only fucking option is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess this film was actually the book was written around the time of the Cold War.
The Cold War.
Yeah. And it's supposed to point out how there's like mutual assured destruction if we continue.
That was one of the themes. There were like 100.
Yeah, there were like 1,000. Just
I would also compare it to like the way we treat animals and pets.
Yeah, but you could also talk, oppression in any. It's just about oppression and overcoming oppression.
Yeah.
But it's about both at the same time because nobody really wins and it kind of just ends. But that's what I was equating it to, like, the Holocaust or fucking any kind of fucking other things that are still happening all the time.
Yeah.
But animals, treating animals. That's a vegan movie. It's one of those things you could like kind of draw any conclusion to it.
Any sort of like mistreatment of other
things.
One of the final
no, go ahead.
No, well, one of the final scenes, they show the girl Tiwa, who was Tara's like keeper, and after the Ohms are like granted their freedom and they are able to live out peacefully their lives, she's holding a lizard-like pet in the place of an Ohm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I'm not sure if they're saying that owning a pet is evil, because as long as they're not, like, as intelligent as we are, I don't think this is bad. But
I wrote, my last note was, moral, don't do sex and don't have pets.
Mm-hmm. Don't do sex?
Don't do sex. Because every time some sex started happening, the people died. Or, like, they were punished for it.
I thought the people just died so often that it could have been anything.
well, like, there's the scene when they go and they, when the drags get and have the statue sex. But then there's another scene where they go into the wild and they have that, like, whatever is happening, they start glowing.
Are you talking about the Ohms? They take a pill and then they, like, find a mate and they run out into the woods.
Yeah, and then something bad happens after that.
I feel like this is a fantastic cult movie. I get the vibe of cult from this movie. Is that
cult?
Yeah.
It's just like, what do you mean cult? Like cult?
Do you mean like a cult favorite or a?
No, the bad kind of cult, like the religious.
Drink our Kool-Aid.
I find more meaning out of this movie than I should.
Oh yeah, like you could. I mean, I'm not gonna say the movie deserves to be watched and like.
Yeah. I think it's an achievement because of the animation.
The animation was the most intriguing part.
And I think that's what this is. Mm-hmm. Like that's movies like this that are like trippy and super heady are made by fucking weirdo artists that that are fucking French.
They're
French in the 1970s.
Yeah,
they're fucking. That was the big wave of surrealism. Thanks Dali, thanks all those dudes and dudettes. That those fucking those landscapes were clearly just like Dali like.
Someone said that this movie reminded them of Bosch a lot or something.
I don't know what that is.
I guess I know the name, but I guess
is that an artist?
Yes.
Recognize a painting if I knew it.
Yeah, you'd recognize
for
it.
Sure.
See it.
Have you guys ever seen the Beatles movie, The Yellow Submarine?
Yes.
I have not seen that movie.
With the blue meanie.
Yeah,
stuff.
I feel like they definitely stole that idea.
Okay,
the Blue Giants from this one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know, like, I've seen, like, clips from that, and my aunt, she used to collect those figures.
From The Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
I think that movie was originally made for TV, too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This was? Or
no, Yellow Submarine.
That was also another one of those things, like, it was so stereotypically, like, late 60s. Like that, like color. Do you know the imagery?
Yeah.
The Yellow Submarine stuff, like that very cartoony.
Yeah. Extremely.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean,
although I think Yellow Submarine's much more dated than this movie. I think this movie, I like that it's a timepiece, and I think it is like representative, but still like really worthwhile.
Yeah. Because it's talking about like timeless things, being oppressed and fucking. Finding yourself, whatever. It's kind of a coming of age story almost, or a self-realization.
I will say though, all that being said, the pacing of this movie threw me off the whole movie.
Really?
Like,
it's only like an hour and 10 minutes.
I know, but each like little scene of where it's explaining a lot to you is coupled with like very still images where you're reading for a long time, and then it will jump into like a completely different environment, and you don't really know if it jumped in time as well, because there's so much narration instead of like there's character dialogue that
I think that's just irrelevant. Like the time that passes is irrelevant.
I know, but
15 years or whatever is
they spend 15 years in like the rocket ship graveyard.
And that's what confused me,
from like,
and then they are all expanded.
It's just so quick, yeah.
But I kind of like that. I hate it when stories linger too long.
Yeah. It definitely didn't linger. I'm glad about that.
And they explain, I think the culture of the drags was really cool. Mm-hmm. How there was a scene when they first introduced like the meditation ceremony. Mm-hmm. There's like 4 adult drags sitting there in a line, and there's these weird black
things.
That
was probably my favorite.
And
part.
It's like I think you can see like their mental. It's almost like what's it called? Like astral projecting. You guys ever heard about that?
No.
It's like this weird. It's not real.
Well, I figured, yeah. I could kind of guess.
People believe, like, through meditation or dreaming, they can send their consciousness away from their body, and they claim that they, like, are able to witness their sleeping body and then go see things that actually happen in the world.
Lucid dreaming.
Yeah. But, it reminded me of that.
You talking about when they sat next together and then their bodies started fusing,
and
shifty. That
was the coolest part of animation. I mean,
I thought some of the wild animals were really cool, like the silk, the like mouth foamers that were like weaving silk.
I did not know what the fuck was going on.
I thought they were going to
they're giggling at it. I was like, why aren't you running?
You just killed. Didn't he just kill someone too, or something like that?
Oh, they just.
Or was that before?
That was that battle sequence where he had.
They strapped alligators to their guts.
They're like legless. Fucking, I don't even know.
They called them the attack monsters.
They're like fucking animals.
That's what they're for.
Yeah.
It's like Flintstones. Like
I know, it was like Flintstones.
It's like Flintstones mashed with Dr. Seuss and a Dolly painting.
That's
I wrote my favorite one. I laughed out loud at the scene where they were like going somewhere, traveling, and then you just see this. I just wrote. The laughing, caged-in, tree-nosed tentacle guy.
Oh, yeah.
That was grabbing. And just like, smashed to death, this thing.
These like
I fucking lost my shit.
Yep. And there's this...
when you realize that's all it's been doing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just been...
I was like, oh, that's going to be foreshadowing. No. There's no This movie is the most linear movie I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah.
Just going, just keep on trucking. That's animation, though. That's like this style of like... experimental animation. This is just like, hey, I have this cool thing I've been drawing. Let's make something. And then and then this will happen. Okay, we'll draw it. You know, I'm sure that's how this happened.
They were like,
these shits don't get scripted.
We have to fill out this world.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of little vignettes that are
standalone of crystallization.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
And he starts whistling and
the little girl shows him that you can whistle at the crystals and they shatter, and he starts doing it too.
Wait, I think that's supposed to be
early on.
When she's still like her pet, she after he started reading or like getting all the fucking future Walkman information.
Yes.
He became smart or whatever, and they taught about some crystal shit, and then crystals start growing around his leg, and he's like, oh god, and then he whistles, and then it fucking cracks open, and then they walk around the landscape and whistle, de-whistleizing the crystals. But I think that's supposed to be like a metaphor, man, like creation destroys you know, but or not.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or or like, hey, look at all these crystals we can draw.
I think it was really just to show that the world was so different. Like, they have different seasons. Everything's weird.
Yeah.
Everything's gigantic.
Everything seems to be alive.
It's like a lot of it was just fleshing out the world.
Yeah.
And not necessarily a plot.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
That's for sure. Because, was this movie even about the main character at all? Like, or were we just kind of
I think it was
following around?
My favorite part of the plot was probably at the very end. This movie wasn't really, like, centered on anybody. It sort of abandoned characters throughout, but it was about Tear's impact on all of society. And in the very end, they showed a little girl petting the lizard, and she's listening to the thing, I think, and they're talking about how there's now a peace treaty, and the Ohms have moved to a new planet where they're able to be happy and live out their lives as they wish, and its name is Tear.
She probably thinks she's the shit, actually. That's probably...
catch that.
Yeah, that's like the last line. It's like, this man, this little ohm whose lifespan is a fraction of the drag's had a lasting impact.
So Terra is Terra, like it is like a okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. And
that is the cool. I think that's cool because that person or that drag had it as a pet, and now it was just like, what? Did all that shit, and I was just fucking.
That was just
his pet.
I was just like
pinching my cereal,
making it wear these dumb outfits all the time.
Yeah.
It's like if your dog, like it just runs away one day, and then you find out on the radio that it cured cancer, and it's like on a different planet too. You're just like, what the fuck?
The new planet.
Fido just fucking
I went Spot. You went Fido. Both. The John Smiths of dog names.
Yes, they are, yeah.
I have a question. Who are Criterions, and how do they pick their collection?
I don't know. I think they
because this movies, was the Criterion.
I think they pick movies to preserve, and probably they go through and they colorize or
this was
repair film that might be.
If we all watched this on Amazon, this was. They said at the beginning, did we all watch this on Amazon?
I did not.
Okay. Well, the Amazon version, whatever, it was a 2016 copy of the negative.
Oh, cool.
Like, so it was the new, not that like...
Yeah.
But I'd be interested to see an older print.
Yeah, to see what it's like.
Because that's cool, too. Like, the aged film always looks cool.
I like thinking that Criterions are aliens.
What is a Criterion?
Criterion is like
I'm imagining like a Roman
amount
god.
Of criteria.
Okay, like criteria, but that's criterium with an IUM.
That's right. Yeah.
A criterion is a person that decides the criteria.
The criterium.
The criterium. Guys, but the criteria is the.
What do Criterions wear? I imagine them wearing big robes.
I'm imagining like a Greek, maybe or like a helmet.
Ooh.
Lipped with a lipped
Does it have little
helmet.
Wings on it too?
There's probably, I think, for each person it's a different. I'm imagining like a spike.
Oh, like Teletubby style, where it's a different little.
Once you get your own, they
all have a gigantic clipboard like that one that you have, and a huge.
But it's
pencil.
attached to a scroll.
Yeah,
it's got a scroll on the back, so they can just endlessly write criteria.
And they just grade things.
They're like gods. They're the movie gods.
I'd like to imagine that we would get abducted by them and then integrated into their society.
Ooh, mate, I hope to be a Criterion one day.
Yeah, that'd be a great honor.
If I ever do die, I want to pledge my allegiance to the Criterion.
Would you rather be in their collection or be a Criterion?
A collector, absolutely.
I think they're much less powerful and potent than you guys imagine. The Criterion collection. Well, don't you want to know what the actual thing is?
I want to believe.
Not really. I want to have a. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, it's an American home video distribution company which focuses on licensing important classic and contemporary films.
Contemporary.
And selling them to film aficionados. Mm-hmm. They're noted for helping to standardize the letterbox format for widescreen films.
Interesting.
Bonus features, commentary tracks, and special editions for home video.
Yeah,
but the Criterion aliens fight the aficionado aliens.
Oh, shit.
It's like a struggle.
The aficionado. That does sound like a fucking alien
race. The aficionados are like much more evil looking.
So the aficionado plane is coming quickly. We must eviscerate them.
Show them the room.
Quickly. Troll 2.
Tommy Wiseau.
Load up Troll 2.
We must destroy them with the laser of desmugness.
The desmuginator is activated.
I like that they fight each other with bad movies. That'd be gruff.
Yo, man. But they pump them into their
their comm systems or something like that.
No, they pump them into their blender, and that a digital blender, and that creates an energy blast from the essence of this shitty movie.
Yeah. Damn.
That's a
sweet movie. We need to make that movie. That's a really cool movie.
Hey,
it's like what is it? Gulliver's Travels. How they had the big Indians or something like
Gulliver-y.
Well, yeah, this movie reminded me of that.
It kind of this kind of is a little.
I forget what they're called, the Lilliputians or
the Lilliputians.
Yeah,
Lilliputians. Yeah. But
that one with
that
Becker?
moment when
the one with Becker.
I saw that, and his wife Mary Steenburgen.
Oh yeah, Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was Ted Danson. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah. That was kind of a good one.
It was like a TV movie, I think.
Oh yeah.
It was a long one though.
Oh yeah.
It was really long.
Let's do an episode on that.
Yeah. No, it's my pick. It's my pick this week.
The TV movies from like the mid to late 90s, early 90s too, I guess. There were some tight ones, man. Some really fucking weird ones.
We talked about this before.
The Alice in Wonderland one?
Well, I
didn't see that.
It was a TV movie. Really, really dark.
Not great. In hindsight, that movie scared the fucking bejesus out of me.
I think it scared the shit out of all little kids. And then if you go watch, because I had the same thought. I went back and watched it, and I was
goofy now. Yeah.
I never.
Tim Curry was great though, but otherwise
he's great in everything.
Yeah,
Tim Curry.
I'm excited for the next one because it's going to be hopefully dark as fuck and 2 parts and show everything that's in the book, even the
I still haven't seen it.
Weird shit.
I still haven't seen it, and I don't think I'll ever see it.
That's okay.
I don't think it's. Read the book. From what I've heard, the book is so much more intense and like crazy than any movie representation.
I feel like a book would make me look over my shoulder more than a movie would.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
I don't have the patience to read a book, so fuck it.
I try audiobooks.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about listening to audiobooks because I like podcasts so much.
Yeah.
It's a step above podcast almost. Like,
but it's that I can intake that information a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can do something else.
You kill 2 birds.
You can also speed it up. Listen to it.
Oh yeah, you ever listen to podcasts like on halftime or double time?
Whoa, never.
You can. Oh yeah, on the podcast app on the iTunes or whatever. It's right on the left-hand side.
Try it out. Go ahead. Try it out right now.
Try it out right now. Oh wait, we'll make it better. We'll do this. We'll add some sounds to it. Oh, this is just gonna be for me later on. Hey, we're doing it. What am I saying? What am I saying? Does it sound really good right now? Oh my god, does it sound really good? Oh my god. All right.
You're also going to have my laughter over it too, so it's going to sound real weird.
That's going to sound real
I wonder if you slow it down if it would sound normal.
Laughing in high
that's what I'm gonna
speed
do.
Also sounds hilarious.
All right.
No, that sounds
well, I think...
Yeah, that's good.
That was great. Good job, guys. We'll see you next week. We're back with the Hair Club.
With Fantastic Planet.
Fantastic Planet. So what do you guys rate this movie? For our new listeners,
sure.
The highest rating a movie can achieve here at the Hair Club is a Drew.
Yes.
The middle of the road rating is a Michael.
Yep.
And if you really thought that film was a stinker, you rate that an Andrew.
Real stink shit.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
We didn't land on this rating system, by the way, fairly, but I'm okay with it still.
Hey, it just happened, man.
I would give this a Michael.
Okay.
Maybe even a Michael minus.
Really?
But only because of the story and the way it jumps. Mm-hmm. The animation, I would give it a good Drew.
I'm gonna rate it.
I would have to rate it.
I'm rating it a Drew.
You're rating it?
Okay.
Yeah, I really.
You would watch this movie again?
I was impressed by it. I would watch it. I'd recommend it to people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest. Would you recommend someone else to watch it?
Yeah.
I think that's.
I couldn't recommend this to anyone. Let's put it that way.
Really?
I couldn't tell anyone to watch this movie now.
Really?
It would have to be weird art
I would say in confidence, I would say if you haven't seen this, you should.
Yeah.
Really?
That's exactly. So I'll give it a soft Drew. Drew with a lowercase d.
Some review of this movie called it a family movie too. And I was
not
just
a family movie. They're
no.
naked most of the time, and every single thing is like
something.
Well, killing something, but is like phallic or sexual in nature. There's so many things that are just like
the vulture bird with the penis tongue that like attacks their colony.
Dick tongue.
Yeah,
that was weird.
And then the rocket ships clearly just look like a dick and balls.
Leave it to the French to
and then
everything about
they
sex.
cripple the drags by destroying their means of reproduction.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. I still didn't get that ending. I still didn't get why that mattered or how that connected. Like, because it was like an of course moment at the end. It was supposed to be at least, and they're like, oh, but they're just statues dancing.
I think
and they're these meditated bubbles laying on their heads.
Well,
I don't know how
reproduction for the drags is very difficult. Like the like a panda. Like pandas are only horny like 1 out of every 100 days, and so for us to like keep them in captivity and make sure they reproduce is incredibly difficult.
And they said something about like, oh, they're much more like wild and they reproduce much more often.
The Oms
do than the drag, so it's a much more
like
we were saying before, like
no, that part makes sense. It's just like what they actually presented to you to like explain that is just weird as fuck.
They dance as statues. Whatever, man.
But also, I don't know if you guys caught this. I have it in my notes. One of the future headphones lessons that he gets is about a legendary drag named Zarek, who might be immortal or some sort of like spirit entity now, and he created the meditation, which became very essential to the drag's like way of life. So before him, they were probably more physical beings.
Right.
Then after him, they became, I don't know, like metaphysical. Yeah. Yeah. So.
So that represents their old.
So I mean, it's still really fucking weird that they reproduce with the statues, but I think that's like sort of saying this is how they have to do it because they're not like physical animals anymore.
That's what I'm saying, and like every little thing means so much that like you get so lost in the translation of turning it into a story. You ask the guys that made it, the people that made it, then they'll probably, oh, well, that's because of X and Y.
Yeah.
But like this is a movie that you're either going to decode or like just watch it passively or whatever and just like, I don't get it. It's fine. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it goes.
What's your rating then?
I said a soft Drew, lowercase Drew with a lowercase D because I would definitely tell people I would recommend people to see it to like.
I'd give this a Drew with no D. Does that make sense?
A Roo.
Yeah. You're giving that a Roo.
A Roo. Right. Like a nice gravy. Like a nice sauce. No, that's a jus. Sorry.
Anyway.
No, a Roo's also.
Yeah, I guess that's true also, yeah.
Yeah.
We also watched a movie together.
We did.
We went and saw... What did we see?
Doctor Strange,
Doctor
PhD.
Strange.
Attorney at law.
Yeah. Well, we also saw it at, what was the place called again?
The newly redesigned and reopened Grandview Theater. I guess it's not that new.
That place was awesome.
This year.
Yeah. I didn't say that, but I probably going to go back there a bunch.
That was the best part of going there was really cool being there.
Yeah, it was really nice. And, you can, like, order a pizza, eat it there.
Yeah.
They have, like, cool bar table type things in front of your chairs, and it's a small theater.
It seems bigger than, like, what is it called, a matinee theater? Or, like, I don't even know what the different names of the sizes
I don't know.
are. But, like, small theaters. It was like a mid-sized theater.
Yeah.
Probably, like, 200 seats, maybe. Or maybe 100, actually. But it was nice because they had tables. You got to bring your beer in there.
Have a brewski.
It's the first time I've ever been able to do that.
Really?
Where I was kind of scared.
Most theaters have beers these days.
I know, but you're not allowed
Gateway?
to. I've been to Gateway, but I've never done the whole food and drink.
Oh, it's
thing.
like right there. You have to like walk past the bar to get into a theater.
It is true. I mean, you do. It's
I
just,
cannot pass it up. Let me tell you.
Like what was it? Even the Lennox. AMC Lennox, they do have a bar there. It's just, I don't think you're allowed to bring the beer in.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, never mind.
I remember when I went out, I went at midnight to see The Hobbit. The first Hobbit, before we knew they were bad.
So no, just the last one was bad. That was a good one.
They were all kind of bad.
No,
I
disagree.
I did a shot with my friend who I grew up with because he and I like grew up with that stuff, so it was a big deal. To be able to like celebrate that together. Yeah.
So Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Doctor Strange, why are we talking about movie theaters?
Oh, it deserved to be talked about.
I think we all left with a bit of
underwhelmed.
Yeah. I thought it was cool.
I was still expecting I didn't expect anything from that movie going in. I barely watched any of the trailers.
Yeah.
And I didn't have baggage behind me about Doctor Strange. I didn't know anything about the character.
Right.
All that said, still sort of underwhelmed, but it wasn't a bad movie. I'd say it was.
No,
it was.
They're definitely using this movie and this section of Marvel to like open it up for, the next Thor movie.
Yeah.
That metaphysical shit that you haven't been used to seeing as much.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't really been represented. Everything's pretty much been on Earth and in this realm and shit. So they're branching out, and this is fine.
Yeah, this is the magic side of things. Otherwise, all the other stuff, except for Thor, I guess, is all scientifically explained. This is like,
Thor especially, like the first one where they're talking about like, portals and all the different sort of like realms and like Thor introduces you to like, you're right, that Marvel universe, the universe word.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So, I mean, the first Thor movie was pretty underwhelming too.
It was
the second one was awesome.
I don't think I've seen any of the Thor movies. Yeah.
The first one is everything that happens on Earth is just boring and doesn't matter. Everything that happens in Odenheim or whatever. Asgard. No, Odenheim's
another place.
Well, Odin is the whatever. Man.
Jotunheim is the ice giant place, right?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just love that word. But anyway,
Jotunheim and
the Asgard. Yeah, everything that happens in Asgard is awesome. It looks sweet. The fucking gatekeeper's a badass. But like everything that happens on Earth in the first Thor is boring.
Is that the one Natalie Portman's in?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I haven't.
She's in both. She's in Thor's, right?
I haven't seen.
Yeah, she is in
both.
Yeah,
but she's like the love interest.
My favorites are the Captain America movies. I think are really good. Maybe the first one not as good.
The first one's just the same. It's like the first one's not as good, but it introduces.
It's because it's all preamble. It's all build up. It's all fucking
So maybe we shouldn't be. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Doctor Strange was fine, but even like the visually amazing things were kind of use like 4 things over and over and over. And I
thought they were gonna get weird, like really fourth wall style storytelling, or whatever.
Oh, I didn't think they were gonna like break through.
No, not like every time, but like maybe they kind of did with the time bit at the end where he's like doing the loop with the infinity gem,
and like how
that was a little clever.
I thought it was really cool how to ruin the entire movie. How he bests the big bad guy, and like locks him in that loop. Who was that again? I don't even remember.
Some Crete demon being.
I thought it was gonna be fucking Thanos.
I did too.
But
I think they're saving that up.
It still could be.
I get whatever.
It's just.
But
what's the name of the X-Men? The villain that's like eats worlds. Isn't there one?
Galactus,
yeah.
The destroyer of worlds.
Yeah. Could have been Galactus.
No,
too.
It's not Galactus.
It still wasn't him.
No, that was a thing. That was a thing that existed. That was like a first movie baddie. He's not the dude. They're not gonna blow Joker in the first movie.
I know. I know, but I'm just
not
saying.
Blow Joker. I mean, but blow the use of him, not give him oral sex. I mean, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
but
that would be weird. That'd be a different movie.
Yeah, completely different movie.
That's a whole different type of
crazy. I can say though that this. What is it? Fucking Doctor Strange movie. Mm-hmm. Out of all the first introductions to superheroes movies there are out there, is probably the best one.
I guess. I mean, Iron Man is still the best.
Oh, never mind.
Spider-Man being introduced in Civil War. I thought
Civil War was great.
Yeah. I literally cried when Spider-Man came on. We recorded that already.
I even knew it was happening and it was exciting.
Yeah, exactly. I like whatever.
Andrew, I'm sorry to do this.
What?
You got a little boogie.
I've been trying the whole time, man. I'm sorry.
Just like staring at me.
God damn it. I've been like trying the whole time.
You're doing great, buddy.
To do it, not.
You're doing so good.
Is it still there?
You're good.
I think it's on your hand now.
Yeah.
It is on my hand now. I know. I'm just saying. Is there more?
Now eat it. Ew, he ate it. The problem I have with Doctor Strange.
I really did eat it.
Problem I have with Doctor Strange is that he's an asshole.
You can't back down.
He's an asshole, and
that tastes awful.
He tastes like dust in the air.
No, it definitely tastes more than that.
Okay, so
irrevocable asshole. There's no reason to like him.
Yeah,
and that's fine, but there's kind of no explanation of how he gets so good so quickly.
Well, their only explanation is that the magic artifacts, which like every wizard sort of, and he all of a sudden gets 2 really good ones. They like him.
Yeah.
Which is a really kind of lame explanation.
Yeah, it's kind of Deus Ex Machina as hell.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, now you have these. Oh, you win. The end of the movie.
If there was a reason why the cape chose him, and not that it just did,
because that's a huge thing. That was supposed to be like, oh shit, it's Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
like any other, Iron Man getting his suit.
Yeah.
Captain America getting his shield.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, there should be, like, that's your hero moment. That's your big...
Yeah.
There should be something. Like, there should be more struggle. Or he
More
should have gotten
connection.
more fucked up. He got kind of hurt, but they should have just pushed it. They just didn't push it either way.
It happens.
I think it would have
enough.
been more interesting if they had done less of the coming to be Doctor Strange story and more of just a Doctor Strange, like, this is where
Here
he
he
is.
Yeah.
And, like, they could do flashbacks, sort of, like, his hands were ruined, so he couldn't be a surgeon. And he had to rely on Eastern medicine, and he discovered this mysticism. And
Yeah, if they cut to, like, the beginning of the movie was his struggle, and then you get the flashbacks, that probably would have been...
That's the problem.
Just like I said, Forbidden, or A Fantastic Planet, I said I didn't like that I like that they don't tread water and they jump forward constantly. They cut
That's
the
true.
fat out of the story.
Yeah.
And I felt like Doctor Strange had a lot of fatty bits.
Yeah. That's the reason why
But
Deadpool was so
you cut
good.
out and you eat around
One of the reasons. Because they had his story intercut with the thing going on. And I know not every movie can do it that way, but there are other... Listen, I haven't made a movie.
No, but I do think, honestly, that tenet of storytelling is important in every story.
Yep.
Like, everything should have a purpose to the central story to either characterize or drive things forward.
Sure.
And if it's not...
That's why the first movies of these superhero franchises we have problems with them, because they are... You've got to...
Just get on
fill
board.
You've got to fill these blanks in, even if because not everybody knows who these characters are.
Yeah.
Whatever.
With a love interest that you're never going to revisit again.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
The thing that we talked about when we were leaving the theater was probably my least favorite part about the movie, which was how all the jokes were either not funny or were used so just poorly.
They're a throwaway. The timing apparently was so shitty. The timing is jokes, editing in jokes.
Yeah.
And apparently you were saying that they threw Dan Harmon into the mix last
As sort of a script.
to punch it up.
I guess he's not a script doctor if he comes in that late, but he's trying to
Punch up.
So it
That's what
seems like
punch up
he maybe
comedy,
helped add some of those jokes, but they were just edited so poorly, and it just didn't fit. It's just they were trying to make it everything, and you can't do that. all the
they
time.
kind of were trying to make it everything.
Not every superhero has to be witty.
Yeah.
I kind of like that Captain America is so bland.
Well, but that's what makes him funny is because he's such a straight man. There's going to be so much comedy that.
What's his name in fucking Guardians of the Galaxy? The big dude, the Destroyer. Shirtless
Batista.
Batista.
What's his name?
Something Destroyer, right?
Drax.
Yeah.
I was thinking Drago or something.
Drax.
Yeah, but I love that. It's Captain America is a lot like Drax, where he doesn't get jokes a lot of the time, and that's what's funny.
Well, Drax is he's just autistic.
Yeah.
He doesn't pick up on social cues, and he's very literal.
It is great, yeah. That was one of my favorites.
But again, that's very much a comedy. Deadpool is a comedy.
Yeah.
But comic books should be a little comedic at any point, and I think that Doctor Strange maybe written is a well-balanced character, but in the movie, the way they represented him was just kind of asshole. Douchebag.
Yeah.
And maybe he is supposed to be that, but Tony Stark is a douchebag. But and you know that, but you're still even when he's an asshole.
He does the funny douchebag. There were moments in
Civil
Doctor Strange.
War, well, he's a shithead. He's a fucking terrible person. But
No,
you're
not
still
Civil War.
Yes, he's the one that.
You're on Captain America's side.
Oh, 100.
Of course.
I was on Iron Man's side the entire movie.
Of course you were.
Really?
Oh, yeah. What did he do wrong?
What did he do?
He had his parents killed,
he's a pawn.
and he was actually trying to take the fucking Winter Soldier, and he wasn't trying to understand that bullshit. He did stuff, and he has to pay for it.
Hey, man, we don't need to get into politics on this podcast.
Yeah. He who must not be named shall not be named.
Yeah, shall not be named.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess you need to do something.
Oh.
Yeah, did you prepare a quiz?
I did. It's just I didn't realize we were there yet.
Yeah, are we?
I don't know. We
the Ice Cube movie is really good.
Ice Cube?
Are we there yet?
Straight Outta Compton? Is that what you're talking about?
No. Are we there yet?
To end the Doctor Strange.
The father children comedy. Are we there yet? Or Carpool? But
I didn't even know that
Ice
existed.
Cube.
You know that movie?
You've never seen Are We There Yet?
No, I haven't seen it. It's just
I
a
have
reference
seen
point.
it.
The Kevin Spacey movie where he is turned into a cat.
Oh,
Went
right.
straight to DVD. For some reason, I was looking up.
You sent me that link. I still haven't watched it.
That came out last year, didn't it?
I think maybe, but I was on IMDb looking up like the least or the lowest rated films, and that's pretty fun to do. Yeah,
it's kind of surprising, like to see the movies that you like that get like 20%.
Oh yeah,
it's like, oh really? Like the Mario Brothers movie. What's the problem with that?
Well, that could technically be considered a very bad movie.
Honestly, I enjoyed that movie too, but it is a pretty bad movie.
If you just called that movie something else and called them something that wasn't Mario and Luigi,
it would still be pretty bad. What the hell?
That movie's fucking awesome. I think that movie is awesome.
It had a great tone. I remember it having like a really weird, cool.
They were doing that. That if there was no Mario Brothers movie, there would never have been a Dark Knight. I'm going to say it right here and right now. They were the first to do the gritty, real adaptation of a child's title, whatever, you know? Yeah, I'm saying it, man.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I used to
probably
love
not true.
The
probably.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies.
Yeah,
when I was a
Teenage
kid.
Mutant Those are the ones.
Those were the shit. I
Ice-T does the theme song for the second movie, and I like that song so much, I actually had it.
What? Ice-T?
Like on a cassette tape.
Dude, fucking Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. What are you talking about? What you're just talking about?
That's fucked up. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go!
Yeah,
go Ninja,
that's what
go
it was?
Ninja,
Oh,
go!
Yeah.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice, bitch, there's a fucking dance sequence.
Yeah,
they get up there and they
movie.
do the fucking dance sequence.
He's in the movie.
I don't remember the movie that
Bebop
well.
and
That's
Rocksteady
Turtles too.
attack him or attack the turtles inside
They're not
the dance
Bebop
club.
and Rocksteady. They're fucking something else in the movie because there's two different things.
Oh.
I kind of remember.
Babies! They're babies!
Hey, fun comic book fact. Did you know that the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles origin is the same origin as Daredevil?
Daredevil, yeah. I don't think we've said that on air yet, but when you told me that, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was made as, like, I think they
because it makes sense. They have the same fighting style, and, like, you know, they use the same weapons.
The TMNT, like, comics were to make fun of, like, mainstream superheroes.
Yeah, it happened, and then now they're mainstream superheroes.
Yeah. Well, no, they're not. They're never going to be included in, like, you know, crossover.
Because it's not Marvel or DC.
What do you mean there's no crossover? Yes, they do. Because of they're on IDW. It's an independent comic franchise. So that means that they've done crossovers with like stuff like I want to say like, you know, G.I. Joe and stuff like that, but not like Marvel characters. Or maybe they have now because of where
it's starting to
they're
get
like,
weird.
look, we're gonna both make money, so let's fucking do it.
Now they're published by Mirage, so
what used to be IDW.
Yeah, it did. You're right.
Anyway,
you know your stuff.
Whatever, I know some things.
But if you have kids, you should hide them. Time for
the quiz.
Okay.
It was my pick.
Andrew didn't
my
win
sympathy
the quiz. But
to be clear,
after a month, I finally get it.
I actually think if I do really obscure movies in the future, I might do like a generic movie quiz. And then see who
gets
wins
it the quickest,
if the movie is too obscure.
Like for a different movie?
Well, just like generic like movie facts. And then we'll rate, see how you guys do, and then we'll see who gets the next one.
Or could it be the best 2 out of 3, but they're all like really recognizable movies?
Oh, man. You know what we should do?
Yeah.
I will talk about this later, but I want to play Seen It and record it somehow.
We should do
But that could be copyrighted stuff on that.
Well, as long as we can do it live.
That's what I mean. Like, we could
do it live.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll do it live.
We'll do a live podcast.
How do you do a live podcast?
No, we can't do that
without a radio.
Without a radio.
What does that mean?
If we have a radio, we reverse engineer that to a radio.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Right. No, we just turn a walkie-talkie on, and we give the walkie-talkie to someone else.
To one other person.
Live podcast.
That's
live
to one person. Live and direct to you.
Oh my god.
Neighbor. All right.
Anyway, okay. My pick is a comedy.
Do it live.
We'll do it live.
We're live right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, this is live.
It's a 2009
happening
comedy.
right now.
2009 comedy.
I don't have many
Laugh
clues,
fest.
but obscurity level is
1 to 10, 10 being most obscure.
10 being most obscure. It's probably around a 4.
Okay.
I mean, it was a big release.
Is there a comedy hyphen? Would you hyphenate this with any other genre? Straight comedy.
It's not a modern. Like, if I say straight comedy, you're going to think of something like fucking Step Brothers, but it's not.
No. I know what comedy is.
Okay, yeah.
I've laughed.
It's in the comedy genre.
All right.
It's in the comedy genre.
Okay.
And it's a 2009 release directed by Steven Soderbergh. Is that how you say it?
Soderbergh.
What?
Soderbergh.
Soda pop.
Soderbergh.
Okay.
It seems like it'd be Soderbergh, but whatever.
I think it's Soderbergh.
Anyway. This is also... Actually, there is another genre that it could be compiled into. Historical espionage.
Oh.
Whoa.
Kind of. Not even espionage.
All right.
The character in the movie at one point thinks he's a spy, but he's totally not a spy.
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
No.
What?
No.
That's not a comedy. What are you talking about?
It's a comedy? Confessions of a Dangerous Mind?
Maybe I think
There's also another spy movie I've been meaning to watch all the way through, which was The Spy Who Knew Too Little with Bill Murray.
I have that on DVD.
I've been meaning to see. I've only seen the first
I've never seen
part
that
of
either.
that movie, and
It's pretty good.
I thought it was awesome, but I never got to
Every
watch
Bill
the rest.
Murray movie, even the bad ones, are really funny.
Yep.
Yeah. And this is a big one, and my last clue is that it stars Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
I bet he knows it.
So...
I had a coffee mug. I had a coffee mug with this on it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Espionage.
So...
Dealing with the FBI.
Oh, fuck you. This is bullshit. I can see it. I can see it in my head.
So it's not Bourne stuff.
No. It's a comedy. I bet you just don't even know it, Michael, because it did go under the radar.
Oh, shit, dude.
Damn it.
I might just give it to Drew just because.
No.
All right.
Don't just give it to him. You can't do that.
It deals with
Spy with Melissa McCarthy.
What's another way to say this?
Oh my god. It deals with
Mission Impossible.
God damn it.
It deals with a lot of information.
Spy.
The Informant.
Damn it. Yes! Okay.
The fucking Informant, based on a true story.
I do think.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I do remember when that came out.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. So he plays like a dummy.
He plays kind of a nitwit, yeah. But
I've seen this movie probably 4 times.
Really? Wow. I didn't realize you watched it that much. Oh yeah, I love this movie.
I love this movie.
So
one of my favorite Matt Damon movies I've ever watched.
Yeah,
actually.
Character. He's playing a character in this too, which is nice. Totally
That's
different.
unlike. I couldn't think of anything where he was being funny in any.
It's unlike anything he's ever done.
Ocean's
really.
movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's close to
Dogma.
Closer to his Ocean's.
Yeah, you're right.
Characters.
Okay. Well, this
This
is
is about the Kevin Smith stuff.
Oh yeah, all the Kevin Smith stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is definitely his goofiest. Well, not even goofy, but this is definitely he's playing a character.
Yeah.
He's not Matt Damon. Everything else, he's pretty much Matt Damon. You know what I mean?
Okay,
He's just a guy.
Cool. Well, it's in his wheelhouse.
This
is out of his wheelhouse for sure. But he nailed it.
Well, we have to talk about it next time. Don't talk about it
That's
now.
true. Yeah.
Cool.
So, is this available anywhere for us to stream? Or are we on our own?
I didn't research that yet because I figured
That's
it
cool.
out this morning right
That's
before
all right.
I came here that this was going to be the movie.
That's fine.
Well,
That's
a good
how I
pick.
usually
I'm so
do it.
glad you picked this one.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine with this. I'm excited. I look forward to watching this, which is.
And I'm getting it right. You haven't seen it, right?
No,
Okay,
I have
good,
not.
Good. I think you'll like this movie actually.
Please. We would love it. If you go out, you tell 3 people, and you tell them to tell 3 people. Okay? And
You're
then
gonna pyramid scheme this?
Tell them to tell 3 people, and no one will make any money.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, nobody will make any money.
Nobody makes any money.
We promise.
We lose money. No one's going to make money. Also, if you go on iTunes, you'll find us there. We're called Hair Club for Movies. You can subscribe and rate us. We like that.
Look for us on Instagram. I do hashtags sometimes.
Yeah, well,
whatever.
Actually, go ahead and subscribe to 3 other podcasts, but then you can tell them.
Go on their iTunes and write a review about us on their podcast.
Nice guerrilla marketing. Baby.
Yeah.
That's grassroots right there. I thought Bernie Sanders. Wait, never mind.
No, you're thinking of the Oompa Loompa.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oompa Loompas are terrifying. I don't want to talk about them either.
Not again. We already talked about them last time.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, it's November 15th, so you can assume who we're talking about. 2016,
orange.
November 16.
They like candy, probably.
The big one. Yeah. Mr. Candy Peanut himself.